Seniors, let's cut the fluff right now. Weak erections aren't just about aging. More often than not, it's about what lands on your plate within 10 minutes of waking. I've seen this over and over in practice, a sneaky breakfast trap that silently chokes blood flow where it matters most. And 99% of men over 60 walk into it blindly every single morning. Here's what stuns most patients. Your morning meal either supports circulation to your groin or slowly starves it. Day by day, that decision builds up. But here's the twist. Most men are skipping one incredibly potent food that could change the game. It's already in your kitchen ignored, underestimated. I'm Dr. Katherine, and I've specialized in men's health for over 2 decades. I've helped thousands of seniors dodge this trap, and today I'll show you exactly how to make breakfast your secret weapon. Now, Big Pharma would love you to think your answer lies in a pill, but your body knows how to bounce back if you give it the right fuel. And that fuel isn't found in a prescription. It's found in 4 everyday foods you can eat starting tomorrow. In the next few minutes, I'll show you each one. They're common, low cost, and when used, right, life-changing. Think stronger circulation, healthier pelvic muscle tone, and real confidence. No side effects, just your body working as it should. Let's talk food number 3. My patients often feel it work faster than anything else, some in under 7 days. Stick around, because I'll explain why near the end. If you're serious about getting your spark back where it counts, hit subscribe and tap the bell. We break down real research-based strategies every week for aging stronger. And seniors, drop a 1 in the comments if this hits home. If not, type 0, I read all of them. Let's dive in. Black beans. Just 2 tablespoons in the morning and do wonders for pelvic blood flow. That small serving delivers a powerful dose of L-arginine, magnesium, and anthocyanins nutrients your blood vessels need to open up and send circulation to the groin. If you've been facing stiff, cramping leg muscles, poor circulation, or those frustrating moments of poor performance, it might trace back to what's missing from your breakfast. A lot of men your age skip breakfast altogether or grab something fast and empty, like a slice of bread or plain coffee. It might feel quick, but it won't help the nitric oxide your body needs to relax blood vessels and boost pelvic function. By your 60s, nitric oxide production already drops sharply. That means the smooth muscles in your groin aren't getting the rich blood flow they used to. Less energy, weaker erections, and more sluggish blood flow follows. Black beans can help turn that around naturally. Now, maybe you're thinking, aren't beans just gas bombs? That's a popular myth. But soak them overnight or pressure cook them, and black beans are gentle on digestion and packed with power. Nutritionally, black beans offer more essential amino acids than many so-called protein bars on store shelves. And they bring a bonus: fiber that balances blood sugar and smooths digestion. No crashes, no sudden spikes. Dr. D. Fonca Hernandez, a leading expert in vascular health, recently revealed research showing that just a couple tablespoons of black beans can elevate nitric oxide levels to those seen with low-dose prescription vasodilators. That's right, something as simple as properly prepared beans can help your body perform a task Big Pharma charges top dollar for. Let's break down exactly how black beans support blood flow where it matters most. These beans are rich in L-arginine, a key amino acid that kicks off a powerful biological chain. Once inside your system, L-arginine activates an enzyme called ENO short for endothelial nitric oxide synthase. This enzyme tells your blood vessels to relax and widen, letting more oxygen-rich blood flow into the groin, legs, and other areas where circulation tends to decline with age. But that's just the beginning. Black beans also contain anthocyanins, natural plant compounds that help reduce inflammation and regulate nitric oxide levels. Too much inflammation clogs the pipeline. Anthocyanins help balance that, so the nitric oxide you produce actually gets delivered to the tissues that need it. Then there's soluble fiber. It scrubs away excess LDL cholesterol, this sticky stuff that thickens arteries and slows blood flow. Clearer arteries mean better flow during physical exertion, or during those private moments when you need strength and certainty. You'll also find compounds like ferulic acid and caffeic acid in black beans. These help defend your blood vessels against oxidative damage, keeping the nitric oxide you've built up from breaking down too quickly. In just a few weeks, many men say their hands and feet feel warmer, leg cramps ease at night, and morning firmness returns. These are signs of circulation coming back online, not just in your limbs, but in your pelvic area, where masculine health depends on strong blood flow. Don't just take my word for it. One of my patients, a 68-year-old retired teacher, started adding black beans to his oatmeal 3 times a week. Within a month, he said he could finally walk all 18 holes without that dragging leg fatigue. But what really got him smiling? Mornings started feeling normal again. No meds, no pressure, just results. Now, a quick word about using black beans wisely. Start small around 1/4 cup, especially if your body isn't used to high-fiber legumes. Always rinse them before cooking to wash off oligosaccharides. Those are the culprits behind gas. If you've got gout, watch your portion sizes. Black beans contain purines, which can aggravate flare-ups in sensitive folks. And if you're on blood thinners, keep an eye on your vitamin K intake. Black beans don't have a ton, but it's smart to track it as part of your care. What matters most is that something as humble as a spoonful of beans can bring that strong, stable feeling back to your legs and your confidence. This kind of vitality doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from real food, earth-grown and fun, body-approved. Now let's get to the next powerhouse. A creamy, nutrient-rich option that boosts vessel flexibility and helps testosterone work smarter. Asterisk. The second powerhouse breakfast for better circulation, especially down there, is a warm bowl of steel-cut oats topped with toasted almond flakes and pre-hydrated chia seeds. This isn't just comfort food, it's precision fuel for your arteries. I call it part 2 of this circulation quartet. And it works because it delivers 3 essentials your body craves in the morning: steady energy, muscle support, and vascular repair. A lot of men I work with admit they skip breakfast entirely, just go straight for black coffee and call it a morning. Sounds efficient, but your body doesn't see it that way. Cortisol spikes, muscles tighten, blood vessels constrict, and by mid-morning, you're dragging. That second or third coffee cup isn't giving you stamina, it's masking a deeper problem: poor blood sugar control and bad nutrient timing. Others go for the sugary cereal or a pastry, triggering a glucose roller coaster that leaves them drained by noon. You deserve better. Instead of a sugar bomb or nothing at all, try this 5-minute fix. A bowl of steel-cut oats topped with toasted almonds and chia seeds soaked overnight. That single change can dramatically shift how you feel even before lunch. You're giving yourself a foundation of complex carbs for stable energy, no crashing. The chia seeds bring fiber, protein, and hydration, which slows digestion and supports lasting energy. The almond flakes add healthy fats and magnesium, key for muscle tone and blood vessel elasticity. But the real hero is the steel-cut oats. They're packed with beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that helps clear out LDL cholesterol from your bloodstream. Clinical research shows that 1 bowl per day can reduce LDL levels by up to 10% in just a month. As cholesterol drops, arteries open, and that means stronger, steadier blood flow to every area that depends on good circulation. Oats also provide unique antioxidants called avenanthramides. These natural compounds stimulate the same Ines enzyme we discussed earlier the one that triggers nitric oxide release and relaxes blood vessels. They also shut down NF-κB, an inflammatory pathway that stiffens arteries. When that system quiets down, your blood vessels become more responsive and flexible. One clinical trial showed that men who added oats to their diet experienced a 1% increase in flow-mediated dilation, a key measure of vascular performance. That 1% may sound small, but in vascular science, it's a meaningful leap in artery function under stress. Now, let's break down what happens when you mix in chia seeds. These tiny black seeds, once soaked, form a mineral-rich gel that lubricates the digestive tract and promotes a steady energy burn all morning. But their real power lies in the nutrients inside that gel. Each seed contains alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 known to lower blood pressure and reduce arterial stiffness, especially in people with metabolic syndrome. And this isn't some subtle shift, it's measurable. Chia also has a natural diuretic effect. It gently encourages the kidneys to release excess water, which lowers the pressure your heart needs to generate to keep blood flowing. Less resistance, better delivery to your limbs, your brain, and yes, your pelvic region. One of my patients, a 64-year-old accountant with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, ditched sugary boxed cereals and switched to this simple steel-cut oats, almonds, and chia combo. Just 8 weeks later, his labs showed real progress. His endothelial progenitor, cells your body's repair team for arteries, had doubled. His insulin resistance dropped by 12%. But what hit him hardest wasn't the lab work. He told me, and I quote, "My confidence in the bedroom returned before the lab results did." That kind of transformation sticks. A quick prep tip: soak your chia seeds overnight in water or unsweetened almond milk for the best texture and absorption. Asterisk: dry chia seeds expand fast. If swallowed without soaking, they can swell in your throat and cause discomfort. As for oats, they're usually well tolerated, but if you have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, make sure they're labeled gluten-free. Even then, avenine, a protein found in oats, can still trigger reactions in sensitive individuals. Lastly, while almond flakes are rich in magnesium and polyphenols, they're also calorie-dense. So if you're watching your weight, keep it to 2 tablespoons or less. What you've just built with this bowl is a kind of vascular rehab delivered through food. A soluble fiber in oats clears LDL cholesterol from your arteries. The polyphenols in oats and almonds help repair blood vessel linings. And the hydrating, anti-inflammatory nature of chia seeds keeps things flowing, especially in the areas where good circulation makes a real daily difference in how you feel. This isn't just breakfast, it's a software update for your body, served warm. Now, before we move on to the third food, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite oat topping for boosting blood flow? Do you use cinnamon, berries, cacao nibs, something else? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. And your tips help others build healthier routines too. Next up, green tea. One of my patients, Archie, is 72, sharp as a tack still does. Crossword puzzles in pen, but he came to me with a quiet concern he hadn't shared with anyone. His energy and performance were slipping, especially in the bedroom. No drive, no stamina. He didn't want a pill, he just wanted to feel like himself again. So we didn't start with a prescription. We started with his habits. Turns out, every afternoon he reached for soda as a pick-me-up. I asked him to make one small change. Replace it with a hot cup of sencha green tea. That was it. 3 weeks later, he came into my office grinning. "Doc," he said, "my kettle's cheaper than Viagra." Now, you might think green tea is just flavored water with a caffeine kick, but that's a big mistake. Green tea, especially high-quality sencha, contains something soda never will: a powerful antioxidant called EGCG. This compound activates a biochemical cascade in your vessels that ramps up nitric oxide, a molecule that opens arteries and restores circulation, especially in the pelvic region. EGCG stimulates the PI3K-T pathway, which gets your body's own endothelial nitric oxide synthase back to work. The result? More blood, less pressure, and better performance naturally. And this works quickly. One study found that just a single cup of green tea increased flow-mediated dilation, your artery's ability to expand by up to 30% within 2 hours. That's not a placebo, that's clinical. And compared to black tea or energy drinks, green tea preserves more catechins, the active compounds that protect nitric oxide and fight oxidative stress. So, if you're already starting your mornings with black beans and oats, great. But adding green tea, whether in the morning or as a soda replacement in the afternoon, might be the missing link that brings healthy blood flow back where you need it most. And in case you're wondering, Archie still drinks his sencha every day, not because he's forced to, but because it works. In clinical trials with men suffering from coronary artery disease, a daily 300 milligrams dose of EGCG improved pelvic blood flow. That's not theory, it's measured change. Archie didn't just feel better, he had proof. After 6 weeks of daily green tea, his follow-up duplex ultrasound showed an 18% boost in cavernosal peak systolic velocity, the actual speed of blood entering the penile arteries. For reference, even a 10% bump can make a real difference in confidence and performance. Archie got nearly double that. No drugs, no guesswork. Just tea. Just a teapot and consistency. Now, if you're thinking of making green tea a daily habit, and you absolutely should, here's how to do it right. First, don't boil the life out of it. Use loose-leaf sencha, around 2 grams per cup, and steep it in water that's 80 degrees Celsius, not boiling. 3 minutes is all it takes. Any hotter or longer, and you destroy the very catechins your arteries are begging for. For best results, drink your first cup in the morning. That gives your nitric oxide levels a boost that lasts through the day. And if you're planning to be intimate, have a second cup about an hour beforehand. That timing activates a short-term vasodilation effect, meaning your blood vessels relax and expand more easily when you need them to. Want to supercharge each cup? Add a squeeze of lemon. The vitamin C boosts catechin absorption up to 3 by giving you more nitric oxide, better circulation, and bigger benefits. No added calories or sugar. Now, green tea is potent, but more isn't always better. Stick to 5 cups or less per day. Extremely high doses of EGCG, especially from concentrated supplements, can stress your liver, particularly if you're on cholesterol meds like statins. And if you're taking medications like sildenafil, space your green tea at least 2 hours apart. The catechins in green tea can affect liver enzymes that handle those meds. It's a small tweak that keeps your body working efficiently. Some men worry green tea might lower testosterone, but that only happens at extremely high doses, far beyond what you drink. And even then, it's mild and temporary. For most men, the benefits to circulation easily outweigh any minor hormonal dips. Every sip of green tea is like writing a better vascular script, smoother flow, more flexible arteries, a quieter heart, and for many men, a renewed confidence where it counts. In the next section, I'll show you one pantry staple that, when added to breakfast, amplifies green tea's effects and helps keep testosterone, stamina, and energy stable all day. Ready? Think about this: a small handful of blueberries, something you can hold in one palm, can begin widening your arteries before your smartwatch even tracks 500 steps. These small, dark berries are loaded with compounds that work fast. Within just 2 hours, They begin improving blood vessel function, helping arteries relax and allowing oxygen-rich blood to flow more easily through your body, especially in the areas tied to stamina and intimacy. For men over 60, this kind of natural support is essential. Now, maybe you've heard the objections. Fruit has sugar, it's bad for blood glucose. Sounds fair until you look at the numbers. 1 full cup of blueberries has only about 10 grams of natural sugar. That's less than a slice of bread. And more importantly, blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, plant compounds clinically proven to stabilize blood sugar and support vasodilation. In plain terms, they don't spike insulin. They nourish your blood vessels. And timing is everything. Right after you wake up, your body's nitric oxide levels are at their lowest. Meanwhile, oxidative stress is high and your arteries are under pressure. That's exactly why blueberries belong on your morning plate. Their anthocyanins help jumpstart nitric oxide production and calm inflammation. That means your arteries get more flexible, circulation improves, and blood flows where it's needed, especially in areas that tend to weaken with age. In clinical studies, eating about 240 grams of blueberries, a full cup, was shown to improve flow-mediated dilation, FMD, by up to 2%. Now, that might sound like a small number, but here's the truth: a 1.5 to 2% boost in FMD, flow-mediated dilation, means your arteries are expanding better, blood is flowing more efficiently, and oxygen is reaching the areas that tend to weaken first, especially those lower regions tied to energy, intimacy, and confidence. And here's the kicker: it's not just a one-time perk. When you eat blueberries consistently, those circulation benefits don't just stay, they grow. That's because of what your body creates from blueberry compounds, natural byproducts like protocatechic and vanillic acids. These metabolites influence how your genes regulate vascular tone, manage inflammation, and prevent your blood vessels from getting clogged up by sticky cells. In plain terms, blood keeps flowing clean, free, and strong. Now add this: studies show that a regular blueberry habit can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 7 points. That's not a small dip, that's meaningful, especially if you're dealing with hypertension or poor circulation. And yes, nitric oxide production also goes up, which means your blood vessels are more relaxed, more responsive, and better at sending blood exactly where you need it. Let me give you a real-world example. One of my older patients, 70 years old, ex-smoker, taking daily meds for blood pressure and performance, started a simple habit: frozen blueberries with plain yogurt. 3 mornings a week. That's it. No major overhaul. 6 months later, we retested his brachial artery function. His FMD had doubled from 3% to 6%. He told me he felt more alert, more energetic, and yes, more confident in the bedroom. With his doctor's guidance, he even cut his medication dose in half. Said he felt 10 years younger. So, is it safe for everyone? For most, absolutely. Blueberries are low in vitamin K, so they usually don't interfere with medications like warfarin. But if you're on blood thinners, always ask your doctor. Caveat: they're a little high in oxalates. So if you've had kidney stones, stick to half a cup instead of a full one. So what does all this mean for you? Every time you eat a cup of blueberries in the morning, you're supporting blood flow in real time. Picture your arteries like early morning highways. Blueberries send the signal to clear the roads and keep traffic moving. Yes, even to the places that matter most for stamina, performance, and self-assurance. This isn't a gimmick. It's a small step with a big message. You haven't lost it, not even close. Something as simple as a dark blue fruit can start turning things around. Quietly, consistently, and powerfully. You've made it this far, and that tells me everything. You care about taking control. Now let's talk about the next step. The one action you take today, not next week. Today, seniors, this isn't coasting. This is fighting for your vitality. And right now, you've got the tools. But tools only work when you use them. So here's your power move. Make breakfast count. Tomorrow morning, pick one of the foods we've talked about. Just start. Not perfectly. Just consistently. Your body responds to small daily wins. That first hour after waking, that's prime time for your circulation. Skip breakfast or delay it until you're starving, and you miss a critical window. Your blood vessels are most open. Your muscles are ready to absorb nutrients. Do this right, and you'll feel it. Warmer sensations in your groin, steadier energy in your legs, stronger steps when climbing stairs. Many of my patients report better sexual responsiveness within weeks. Even better improved sleep, and a renewed sense of hope. I've seen men in their 80s regain ground they thought was lost forever. Here's what 20 years in men's health has taught me. Aging doesn't take your strength. It only takes what you stop defending. Asterisk. Too many men surrender belief long before their bodies actually falter. But right now, with just this one plate, change is in your hands. Let's quickly revisit the 4 foods that can reawaken your circulation. First, black beans. Loaded with magnesium, they help your blood vessels relax and open up. Second, oatmeal, topped with almond flakes. Sprinkle in some chia seeds for an extra nitric oxide boost, a real game changer for morning. Blood flow. Third, green tea. It's catechins, that's what they're called. Fight inflammation in delicate tissues where performance starts to slip. And fourth, blueberries. These tiny blue warriors combat oxidative stress in your pelvic arteries. That means better energy, better blood flow, and yes, better confidence. But remember, timing is everything. Eat one of these within 60 minutes of waking to set your energy, circulation, and confidence for the entire day. This is your chance to reclaim your mornings. Let your fork become your most powerful tool. You're not done. You're just entering your next act. And it starts tomorrow morning at your breakfast table. If this gave you practical hope, pay it forward. Hit like, share it with a friend. Who needs it? And subscribe for more. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a 1 in the comments if you'll try one of these foods tomorrow. Drop a 0 if you're unsure, and I'll personally respond to help guide you. This mission only grows with your voice. Thank you for trusting me with your health today. Take action, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep fighting.